plant which is related to Islam, and very common plant again, coffee.
Coffee, yeah,
Uh,
you told me. I
yeah,
was very surprised. I didn't know anything about
it
that
is
connection.
very, very true. Actually, this is something which I discovered when I visited Chikmagaluru. If you visit Chikmagaluru, there is the biggest hill there is I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's actually not biggest, but yeah, Baba Budangiri,
I don't know that
right?
hill, but
So
Chikmagalur has coffee plantations. I've been there.
yeah, it's very famous. That's where it all started, and that is actually the connection as well. The most popular place there, hill station there, is called Baba Budangiri.
Okay.
Baba Budangiri. Giri is basically the Kannada for hill.
Hill. Yeah.
Huh? Baba Budan is the name of a Baba.
Okay.
Okay, that Baba is a Islamic Sufi saint. He came some centuries ago from Middle East. Apparently, he was the first one who brought the coffee seeds in India ever. Actually,
Okay.
there's also a myth saying that was the first coffee seeds ever brought out of Yemen. Yemen is where coffee was originally kind of cultivated and processed. And Yemeni people, to kind of maintain the monopoly, never used to send coffee seeds just like that. They always used to roast or bake the coffee seeds before sending, because that way they will not germinate anywhere else, and
Oh,
they will have
smart.
monopoly of it, right?
Mm.
And this Baba Budan is supposed to have smuggled 7 coffee seeds. Again, so much mysticism. Okay, 7 is a very holy number in
Yeah.
Islam, like 786 and all of that. So 7 coffee seeds. I don't know who might have created these stories, but that is how. And he is also supposed to be one of the pioneer saints in India for Islam, and has huge number of followers here. He's also one of the very early pioneers of Sufism from Islam.
Oh.
And Sufism and coffee have a very distinct spiritual connection. Coffee is a stimulant, right? It was at one point of time used as an intoxicant, almost to the level of artists having alcohol to create art. Was how coffee was used by the Sufi saints to create the Sufism mysticism around it. So in the whole Islamic thing, coffee was treated as the fuel for Sufism. It was considered a hypnotic drug. In many cases, it was considered medically a drug to simulate when there is a pain management to be done. So yeah, it has deep roots in how it is done, and that has, obviously, when it comes to India, one small folklore can get spinned in 100 different ways, and 100 different small stories kind of come out of it. So how many of this is kind of the traveling story making happening, or how many of this is really from the origins, is unknown. But it is true that coffee originates from the land of uh, slightly Sufi, alienated or oriented Islam nature, which is from the Ethiopia, Yemen. It's not the core Middle East part. It's the north of Africa, east kind of Africa, that where the Islamism works in a slightly different way. So yeah, coffee is one plant which is very, very popular in Islamism. So is date, as you can imagine. Comes from that. It's supposed to
UAE,
be, yeah,
Middle East and all is full of dates and stuff.
yeah, it's supposed to be one plant from Islamism. There is a lot about the Jannat, right? The whole paradise thing. So the dates are supposed to be the plants from the paradise and all of that. And it's also it is quoted as a lot of proverbial things. If you spend some time in Middle East, you will hear all these old people quoting date tree, be like a date tree kind of thing. So that's also because, like, it has nothing, it takes nothing and grows in a desert and gives sweet fruits, right? There's also the whole thing of with date palms, the thing is about roots, how strong and how deep the roots are, because they have to go really deep and far to get even one drop of water. So grow your deep roots is kind of one of the proverbial statement which is associated with dates. So yeah, these are a couple ones which again are associated in spiritual Islamism in way complicated. I mean, these are probably, I'm just touching, as a outsider. If you speak to somebody who's been there, done that a little more in that culture, they will probably give you as much the way I and you can speak about, burgers,
More Indian
roti,
stuff. Yeah.
exactly. So maybe they'll be able to give a lot more about it.
So interesting. Never thought of it like this. Like dates, one can.
And all of these are things which are there on the farm for these specific reasons, for all that matters. So
You have a date tree, is it?
Yeah, I have a date tree.
Oh.
Not yet yielding. It's still going. It's doing its job of getting the roots deep, I guess. But yeah, I have it.